What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue, and I was in the store earlier today and I saw some pink lemonade, so I figured, you know what, let's go a little bit outside the box and make some pink lemonade barbecue ribs. Anyway, it's going to be fairly simple. Why don't you guys come along with me? See how this turns out. So basically, I've already rubbed down the other side, and what I did was I spritzed it down with just a little bit of this lemonade, and then our rub is going to be salt, coarse black pepper, and brown sugar. So it's just going to be a simple rub. We're going to go kind of medium liberal on that. So there is our rub. This is going to have a chance to sit for about 2 hours before I throw it on the smoker. Let's get down to making this glaze. First thing I'm going to do is take some of this pink lemonade, and I'm going to go with about 2 cups of that. I'm going to hit it with just a touch of salt. And then some honey. And then come back over with some sugar. Now I'm going to reduce that until it kind of gets to a syrup-like consistency. Getting quite as thick as I wanted it to. So I needed to add some vinegar later anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and toss in a little cornstarch as well. And I'm just going to shake it up in my Coakley's barbecue sauce bottle. Sorry, Lloyd, I'm not using this today. And we're just going to add some, and that should thicken it right on up. Add a little bit at a time. And once it gets to the thickness that we want, then I'm going to kind of tighten it up and add any salt or anything else that I need to it. Vinegar, I may need a little bit more of. So you know what, I think that's going to tighten up fine right there. Ribs on this Weber Smoky Mountain, and I'm just rolling with some regular lump charcoal. And I did throw a couple chunks of pecan wood in there. I'm going to be cooking at about 250 degrees, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to go on this. I guess it depends on what kind of color I'm getting out of it, but I don't really intend on wrapping these till the very end, maybe the last hour. And 15 minutes into this, and you know what, I'm going to decide I'm going to go ahead and spritz them down. What I'm going to spritz them down with is some of this lemonade from earlier, and that's mixed with a little bit of vinegar. They're looking good. So I'm going to do this every hour. So these ribs just came off of the smoker, and I didn't cook them as long on the smoker as I was intending on doing. These are about the color I want, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap them up now. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this spray, the lemonade with the vinegar in it. Just lay down a little bit of that. And a little bit of this glaze we made earlier. I'm going to put this meat side down and then come back over it on the back side with a little more of this glaze and a little bit more of this spray. A little bit different technique than I'm used to using, but this is an experiment anyway. The foil I bought was not the wide foil that I usually buy either. Sometimes you gotta work with what you gotta work with. Should be good enough for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put one more layer on it. Get these back out on the smoker probably for another 2 hours. These ribs off of the smoker with this kind of should I call it interesting wrap job that I did on these ribs. it may be a little difficult for me to do my normal thing where I kind of drain off the liquid. You know what, I'm going to try my hardest. So this foil is a little hot. You know, let me grab a hot pad. See if I can do it like this. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking the glaze I made earlier, and whatever juice is in both of these rib foil packs I'm going to kind of drain off, and then I'm going to mix that, and that is going to be the glaze that we use to finish up. Then we're going to throw it back out on the smoker for another. My smoker's at about 150 degrees. I'm just going to throw it out there just long enough for it to set, so that's probably only going to be about 15-20 minutes. So we got the glaze ready to go on, and this is a pretty thin glaze. I'm not going to add any to the bottom right now. I'm going to just throw them back on the smoker with this on the top, and then when they're done I may just throw a thin layer on at the end. This is the final product right here. Just need to cut it up and take a taste and see what's up with them. So it's a done deal. I've only had a little nibble of one of these things, so now it's time for me and Mason to go in here and see kind of what's up with the taste. Go ahead and just grab one. And I'm not sure if you can see from this distance, we have a pretty decent smoke ring on it. As Mason proved, pick that up and show it to him. The other way. Looks like it has a good bite on that. Anyway. Man. Definitely different than most ribs I've made, or any ribs I've made. Anyway. Excuse me chewing. Sometimes you have to experiment. Anyway, thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out. There's not sauce, you know.
Oh, this doesn't need sauce.